I welcome Mr. Mudassar to our coaching call number 39. So, in this call, we will be discussing multiple questions from our premium questions that we have prepared. So, now the target is that we are now consolidating all the domains that we have done, keeping in view the main domains that we have done is program strategic alignment, program benefits management, program engagement, program governance, and overall program lifecycle. The most important thing to understand is that program lifecycle is at the top of all the domain. The important flowchart that we have studied is paramount to understand all the questions that will come in the exam. In that thing, whenever the question comes, we have to analyze in which phase are we working. We discussed that in we have program definition phase. Under that, we had the program formulation subphase and program planning subphase. Then we had program definition, a program delivery phase, in which we are talking about the components. There three phases are: component initiation and planning, component oversight and integration, component transition, and component closure. Then we have the program closure phase, in which we are making the final program report and the lessons learned. That was the main crux that we have studied till now. And we have done eco exam content all time from all the domains which are paramount for the exam point of view. And now we have some questions from Mr. Mudassar. We will discuss it together and find the correct answer in that. So, Mr. Mudassar, please, can you share it?
Yes, sir. Thank you. So can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So these are the question, some from the green sheet and some from the
Okay, no
chapter
problem.
8.
No problem.
Okay. So PMO, the first one is, sir, do you want me to increase the size, or you can read it?
Please increase. Okay, it's okay now.
Okay. So PMO establishes consistent policies, standards, and trainings for the program. PMIS consists of tools used to collect, integrate, and communicate program information. PMO and PMIS are part of program governance framework, program infrastructure, program information management system, and program management plan. Of course, they are part of program management plan, but we would like to see which one, if we have more focused answer. Program information management plan might contain PMIS, but it will not contain PMO.
Yes.
Program infrastructure will not contain any of this, and program governance framework can contain PMO and not PMIS. So
no,
here I will start.
The correct answer is B, right? Program infrastructure.
Yes, the correct answer is B,
infrastructure.
infrastructure.
In chapter number 7, when we were studying the program definition phase, there was one topic of program infrastructure.
Okay.
Let me show you. So in the program infrastructure, we actually have this program PMO and program management information system. Let me show you chapter number 7. You see, we have program. This is the topic in chapter number 7, which is program integration management. Once the program definition phase, I'm thinking that in number 1, we have program infrastructure development. And here we have the PMO is a core part of the program infrastructure and program management information system. Slide number 390.
Right.
So whenever the program infrastructure is coming, it has two major parts, which is PMO and program management information system.
Okay. Understood. I will go through this again, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I will send you also. Because whenever he will talk to you about the program infrastructure, there's the only thing he will talk about. Okay.
PMIS and PMO. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Next.
Sir, take back the control. Okay. Which of the following is logically linking components, milestones, and high-level activities necessary to deliver the program benefits? Program benefit register, program roadmap, program charter, program master schedule. I chose option number B, program roadmap, because it is just a linking
Okay.
component, milestone, and high-level
But the
activities.
correct answer will be D
Yes, there'll be D.
because of the word of activities. Roadmap doesn't have any activity. It only has milestones.
Yes.
But the
Charter yes, charter
no no
news.
no the high level activities, there is no activity in the roadmap.
Yes, no activity.
Roadmap, yes. So here he's asking for the activities also. So the difference between the roadmap and the master schedule is that roadmap will only have components and their milestones.
Components. Yes.
Okay. But if he talks to you about components, milestones, and high level activities or and activities, it will be the master schedule.
Okay.
Okay. So the difference between milestone, the difference between roadmap and master schedule is that milestone will be common in both, but the activities will only be in the schedule. The roadmap doesn't have the activities. The roadmap doesn't have the activities.
Yes. Noted, sir. Thank you, sir. I will note this also. Okay. The next question that I have is, your company had been awarded a new program. You're the program manager of that program. The stakeholders don't know why the program will be pursued, and they don't have any visibility about the program. Within the above context, what is the best document that will be used? So the real question is why. So program benefits register, okay, program high level scope statement, program charter, program business case. The because he's not asking us to justify the program, so program business case is not, but program charter contains the high level benefits and the activity. So why and how is answered in charter. That's why I chose option number C, but the right answer is B.
Okay.
He says they say that the AB and D cannot be submitted to stakeholders because they contain the investments, calculation, and very important data that cannot be shared openly. That is a valid point. But in order to align the stakeholders, I thought we should share program charter.
Yes, that is correct. But here the problem is that we don't know which stakeholders are these. Are these our own stakeholders or there are multiple people involved in that? So the main concept what he's giving you in this question is that this is not a public document. So business case and charter and benefit register is only relevant to your program. It's a very objective document which you can share only with your direct stakeholders.
Okay.
Here he's saying you are the program manager of their program. The stakeholders don't know why the program will be pursued and they don't have any visibility about the program. So it means any stakeholder doesn't know why you are doing such work. So if he will be your direct stakeholder, then you can give your own document, charter, business case, or the benefit register. But as a general high level scope, this is a high level scope statement. You can only tell the people I have started this program because of this reason. That's why the correct answer is B in this case.
So in PMP, we read, I chose also charter. I understand what you're saying. Just to add to this,
yes.
In PMP, we said whenever you want to align any stakeholder, you take the charter to him and show him that this is signed. And that's why he has to support. So that I was thinking from that perspective. But what you're saying makes sense.
If why he should support means he will be your direct stakeholders to whom you are talking about.
Yes.
Okay,
yes, yes.
you are my direct stakeholder. This is my approved charter, and I need your buy-in and the support. But here there is some stakeholder that don't know why the program
Might.
will be pursued. So in that
Okay.
case, the high level scope statement will be a general answer to tell him, okay, this is the reason why I have started this program.
Okay.
So
Understood, sir.
in the case will be high level program scope statement.
Okay. Thanks. So these are questions from chapter number 8. I will make them a little bigger, so because
It's
I know
clear.
they are.
You are
Okay.
read it.
You are managing a program to develop a new source of energy that can be used in the northern and southern hemispheres. The program charter has been approved, but the stakeholders are concerned that the delivery method and the program may not meet their expectations. Using the program master schedule, what will the program manager incorporate to align the program with the expectations of the stakeholders? So charter is already approved, but some of the stakeholders are not clear that the program will satisfy them. The options are program charter, PWBS, program work breakdown structure, and program scope statement, benefit management plan, and program financial management plan. Program work breakdown structure, management plan, and program financial management plan. And the third one is program work breakdown structure, PWBS, scope statement, and benefit management. Actually, I couldn't find any answer for this. I could not understand, so that's why I just printed it out here. Why is this the right option? I could not understand.
Okay. Coming to chapter number 8, we have program formulation phase activities, program planning phase activities, program delivery phase activities.
Yes.
So the WBS was made in the scope planning phase.
Scope.
Okay.
Yes, planning
and
phase.
Then we have the master schedule, then we have the
Master
budget
schedule.
and the budget.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Also keeping in view from the PMP, the first step is to have the scope, then you make the
Yes.
schedule, and then you make the budget. Okay.
Yes.
So in this
Yes.
case, business case, charter, roadmap are not relevant here. Charter has been
Okay.
approved, but the stakeholders are
Yes.
concerned that the delivery method of the program may not meet the expectation. So this option of charter is gone. Okay.
Yes. Charter is gone.
Okay. Using the what will be the manager incorporate to align the program with the expectations. So for this thing, you will need program work breakdown structure coming from the scope. High level scope
Yes.
statement is also coming from the scope, and benefits management plan, he is telling you from the program, the perspective of the program. Any program that you will start is based on the benefits. In this case,
Okay.
financial management plan we will not tell, because logically financial management plan will come after the master schedule.
Yes.
So in the master schedule, you cannot incorporate anything relevant to the cost. You understand the sequence? First, you have
I
scope,
understand.
like we made the
Scope.
table based on the PMP thing: integration, scope,
Yes.
time, cost, quality, resources, communication. So if he's
Yes.
asking you so strict question, just follow the sequence. First, I need to finalize my scope, then schedule, then cost. So when I'm making the master schedule, what is coming behind it is a scope level things, means work breakdown structure, scope statement, and benefits will come by default from the program perspective. But anything from the financial cannot come here. So in this case, the
Okay.
answer is D.
Okay, sir. Understood. Understood. Okay. A software development program will launch iterative versions of new software over 2 years. Following that, a program will be released to the program team and developers to create new software called beta. While the program manager prepares the program closure plan for alpha, the program sponsor expresses concerns about its support after its program closure. What should the program manager do as part of alpha's program closure? Keep alpha's program open until support is no longer required, then execute program closure. Document the program closure procedures to ensure that resources are released from alpha to develop beta. Execute the transition plan and include knowledge transfer to transition alpha support to operators. And the last one is adjust alpha's exit criteria to ensure its support is included in the beta program. Okay, sir, I wanted to select option number 3 because once the program closes, all its resources are also released. It means we will not be able to support the sustenance. The operations team has to take over. In this case, because the sustenance activities will be performed by beta, so I was not sure why we have to keep on supporting beta, because the resources will be gone, right?
Okay.
They will be moving to their organizational projects.
Okay, the first thing is that execute the transition plan is to operations. You are not going to the operations. You are going to another program,
Yes,
alpha and
yes,
beta 2 program. That is the number one thing
yes.
where you cannot set a transition plan. Secondly,
Okay,
whenever two programs are interlinked, maybe in a portfolio or in a component, whenever you have to switch over from one phase to another phase, you are going to start the closure phase, closure plan. So in that case, we need
okay,
some criteria, acceptance criteria, exit criteria, benefit realization criteria. So keep in mind that whenever you have to make a transition from one phase to another phase, when something is intermingled with each other, in that case, look for the option which contains the criteria level thing. And also,
okay,
he said domain 2 task 13. Develop the transition integration closure plan by defining exit criteria in order to ensure all administrative, commercial, and contractual obligations are met upon program completion. So the key word here was the closure of the plan. When you have to close
yeah,
something, you need to have the exit criteria for that. So this
okay,
question is coming from the exam content outline. It's
okay.
clear?
This is eco. Okay, yes,
Eco.
sir. Now it's clear.
The point is that whenever he will ask you, this as a general principle, whenever he will ask you to close some phase, start some phase, there will be must criteria. Phase gate review can be there. It can be the exit criteria. Benefit has been realized. Benefit realization criteria. Then you can close the component or close the phase. Okay. Here he is need to criteria is needed. Yes. So here the correct answer is exit criteria is there. Then you can close the program.
Okay, okay, okay. He said this is a very good tip because I also caught one tip that you told. Whenever a change is coming or somebody is requesting, always evaluate. So by default, if you choose evaluation option, you pass. So this is
Yes.
a key point I've noticed now. Whenever
Criteria.
closure is being mentioned, always look for closure criteria, exit criteria, acceptance criteria, something,
Yes.
so that
Criteria is yes. Criteria is the keyword.
okay, okay. Thank you, sir. It's a very good tip. Okay. An IT program. Can I start the next question, sir?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay. An IT program manager is concerned that a program is not achieving its defined incremental benefits due to lack of delivery by business team. The IT team has several dependencies on the business team throughout the program. However, the business team does not report to the IT program manager, and only two business team resources with appropriate skills are available to complete the required program tasks. To address this issue, what should the IT program manager do next? Schedule a meeting with business team to discuss transferring the two business team resources to the IT team, update the program risk register to include risk mitigation steps, escalate the lack of commitment by the business team to the program steering committee, hire a new projects resource to complete the task required, update the program risk register to include risk mitigation steps, review and clarify business team's program roles and responsibilities, determine the schedule impact on benefit delivery, direct the IT project manager to meet the business team to ensure dependencies are understood and and that the appropriate resources can be made available. Modify the program's milestone dates to include a larger contingency depending on the impact on the project implementation date. Okay, sir, I wanted to choose option number B because I wanted to do an escalation because uh, IT, the business team is not responding directly,
Hmm.
and again and I, project program manager must have tried his level best to engage them, and that's why his project is now being delayed. So because business team does not report to him, he must escalate to the steering committee or some other team or the sponsor to get the relevant support. Probably he works in a weak organization where project manager does not have so much authority, and this must be coming from a business team must be from a function manager. That's
But
why I chose this. But
this is the wrong answer.
yes, the
Why?
right answer
Because
is yeah,
okay, go up, go up.
yeah.
The first thing is that escalation is always the last option. Whatever
Yes,
you said is
understood.
correct. You have assumed he has tried best, 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 but 99% of the time we cannot escalate to the steering committee. Then we are program manager is useless in this case. So
Okay,
escalation will never be the correct answer 99% of the time.
okay,
Firstly,
okay,
so that's why we use the elimination technique. B is
okay.
not possible. D is not
Yeah,
possible because if you
yeah.
modify the
Milestone
program
remains.
as the scope, you are changing the scope actually. Okay.
Agreed. Agreed.
A, schedule a meeting with business team to discuss transferring the two business team resources to the program to the IT team. Update the risk register to include risk mitigation steps. program register will not take the mitigation steps. It will be in the risk management plan.
Yes.
Risk register you can update for sure. You can have the risk mitigation step, but normally you should have a risk management plan. Actually, you are. If I say that you will take 2 months to give in the exam, is it enough? I put in the risk register and put it aside. It doesn't solve the problem.
Yeah,
Whenever
it does
so,
not.
also we have to keep in mind we cannot escalate everything to the steering committee. Then we are useless there. Number one, and second point is that if I put anything in the risk, that can be the first step. That can be the first step, but this is not giving me the solution. If I say that I have a risk, I cannot get the flight, then you keep on waiting for that. No, you have to do something in the answer that will give you the clear way forward. So, and here he said to address this issue, what should the program manager do next? So, in the tone, he is trying you to that you should give him a solution to the problem.
Okay.
So, if I look into option number C, review and clarify the business team program roles and responsibilities, determine the schedule impact on benefits delivery, direct the IT program manager to meet with the business team to ensure dependencies are understood and the appropriate resources can be made available. This is giving you a complete package of solution. So I
Yeah,
would select C in this case. What is the correct answer?
this is the right answer. This is the right. Review and clarify business team's progress, roles, and responsibilities, and the schedule impact on direct the IT project. Exactly. Yeah. This is the
So,
right answer.
so
Okay.
in this long question and lengthy question, always go for the elimination technique. First, like you make a keyword of criteria, just keep in your mind escalation is the last option. It's not the best option.
Okay.
Okay. And secondly, why and in the risk register it can be the first step. Whenever you identify the risk, you can put in the risk register. This can be what should the program manager do in the first step, then we can look for the risk register. Okay. And secondly, when this is a long story going on and he say what do you do next, next doesn't mean only one step. He's asking you a complete package of solution. So that's in that case C will give me the best option.
Yes. Okay. Understood.
So you have to
Sir, one more question is in PgMP. Then we will never assume the program manager works in a weak organization. We will
no.
assume that he's no.
He has the program in the stakeholder yesterday. Program manager is responsible to make sure the program delivers the intended benefits. What does the
Okay.
responsibility means? He has to give you the end solution. If I say that I
Okay.
cannot do anything, go to my boss, then for what I am here? So
Okay.
escalation is
Understood.
always the last thing. And also keep in mind in eco chapter number domain 2 we have to use escalation policies and procedures to see which risks are handled at which level. You know this eco. So
Yes. Yes.
in that case, we cannot work on from the program risk management plan. We cannot go to the project risk management plan. Whenever we have to escalate something, it has to be as per escalation policies and procedures. This keep in mind.
Noted. Noted, sir.
And if in case like the understanding you had that he is not able to perform, he will clearly write that the program manager has tried his best, but he is the level of the risk he is getting it cannot be handled at his level. So then what should you do next? In that case, he will say that keep quiet and hide something, escalate to the steering committee using escalation policies and procedures. Then will be the answer. He will give you clear cut option that your level is finished, that you cannot do anything.
Okay.
Then only you will escalate using escalation policies and procedures, not assuming by default.
Okay, sir. Noted, sir. At the beginning of second year of a 5-year strategic cycle, the program management team attends a checkpoint session to review the state of the company's strategy. During the previous year, the company needed to comply with new government regulation that impacted the strategy. Based on this information, what should program manager do? Update the program management benefits and register risk management plans and modify priorities and interdependencies. Obtain stakeholder approval to stop or postpone programs that fail to comply with the new regulation and modify the program roadmap. Meet the stakeholders and modify the program roadmap to comply with new regulations and ensure strategic alignment. Review resource capacity and capability, program priorities and interdependencies, and create a change request to modify the program roadmap to ensure strategic alignment. So this question actually I could not understand how to solve, because it says the new regulation during the previous year, the company needed to comply. I mean, the regulation came up last year, and the company need to comply last year. So what impact does it have on my now, I mean, current projects?
Okay, at the beginning of the second year of a 5-year cycle, program management team attends a checkpoint session to review the state of the company's strategy. Means he is doing the periodic health check,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
During the previous year, the company needed to comply with new government regulations that impacted this strategy. The company needed to comply with the new. Okay, based on this
Yeah.
information, what should the program manager do? Okay, now we assume that we are in the program delivery phase, for example, because
Yes, we are.
we are in the program
Okay.
delivery phase. We are doing the periodic health checks review because the phase has been so long, and
Yeah.
the last year there was few government regulation that the company had to comply with. Now what
Comply.
should the program manager do? Okay, update the program management, benefits management and risk management plans, and modify priorities and interdependencies can be the answer. Obtain stakeholder approval to stop or postpone the programs that fail to comply with the new regulations and modify the roadmap. You cannot make a stop or approval unless there is a phase gate review. You are doing the periodic health check. You are in the checkpoint session. It means you are doing a periodic health check. In this moment, I cannot make a decision. Understand? In the
Yeah.
health check or in the review session, I cannot make a decision. I can only recommend something. So this is eliminated. B is eliminated. In the health check, I
Okay.
cannot do the decisions.
Yes.
Meet with stakeholders and modify the program roadmap to comply with the new regulations and ensure strategic alignment. Again, you are doing the decision.
Yes, we cannot do that.
We cannot do the decision. Now,
Yes.
review resource capacity and capability, program priorities and interdependencies, and create a change request to modify the program roadmap to ensure strategic alignment. So here with the word of the change request, this comes to be the proper answer. Why? Because during the program definition phase, you come up with something which is new to your organization, new to your program. You have to comply with that. So before going
Yes.
making any action, any decision, you have to make a change request. So from the keyword of the change request, this will be the correct answer.
Okay. Okay. Samajh gaya.
You
Noted, sir.
got the whole story.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The most important thing is in phase gate reviews, we cannot take any decision or
No,
change anything.
no, in health check, periodic health checks.
In health check, in health check. In
Health
periodic
check,
health checks, we cannot change any decision. In phase gate reviews, we can take those decisions.
yes,
And if we need to, in periodic health checks, the maximum that we can do is discuss and then raise a change request so that the change can happen. But
yes,
even after that change needs to be approved separately and then change can be
yes.
done. Okay, understood.
This type of
Thank you.
long stories, maximum with 5 questions will come. So the
Okay.
best thing is that when you get stuck with such type of questions, go through it one time, give the answer, go forward. At the end,
Okay.
when we will get the time, then we will review this question. Don't waste your time in these big questions in the real exam. Now you will do spend the
Okay.
time, but in the real exam, such type of long story question will come, which will be maximum 5 or 10. Okay. So whenever we are going through it, okay, long story, look for the best option because you spend the time to read the question, read the options
Yeah.
you cannot understand. Click any of the option that you feel is the best, market review, go forward.
Okay. Noted. A program manager needs to establish direction and identify the essential aspects of a program. In addition, they must ensure that the context and framework of the program are properly defined, assessed, and documented. Which document will be created to support this activity? Program management plan, program resource management plan, program scope statement, program master schedule. Resource management plan, I wanted to say clearly eliminate
Yes.
initially. In addition, they must ensure the context and framework of the program are properly defined. Program management plan, yes. Program scope statement, no. Master schedule, no. So I wanted to select program management plan. Although,
answer is C.
yes. Answer is
Okay.
program scope statement, yes.
Yes. Because still I remember. It's good. Okay. The program manager needed to establish a direction and identify. Go up.
Sorry.
The
Yes.
program manager needs to establish the direction and identify the essential aspects of a program. In addition, they must ensure that the context and the framework of the program are properly defined, assessed, and documented. So, what is the meaning of the context and the framework? A simple scope.
Yes,
Look for
you're right.
the look for the meaning of the
Keywords.
words context and the framework. Context means what is the surrounding, what is the program scope I'm going to do. So master schedule cannot be there. Master schedule to eliminate immediately because there's nothing is talking me about the milestones. No delivery, no activities. So master schedule cannot be there. Resource management plan cannot be that because we're not talking about the specific resources that we need. The only thing is program management plan, as I told you, will always be there, and
Yes,
program scope statement is more relevant here because of the word of the context and the framework. This is
framework.
asking you about the first thing that you need to make. And the first thing from the chapter number 8, remember, we are making the program formulation activities. Under the program activities, we have scope is the first thing. Scope, schedule, cost, resource,
Hmm.
communication is procurement stakeholder. Now you understand the importance of the sequence that I made. In the book, we have
Yes, sir.
change manual plan is the first, then information was completely mixed up. But the sequence that we have is very important for the giving the options also. First step is to clarify the scope, then schedule, then cost. So here the program scope statement is the correct answer.
Understood.
Clear?
Yes, yes, clear.
Context and framework.
Context and framework are key.
Yes. And this is scope.
A program manager is concerned because several change requests in a component project are causing delays to the program's work package milestone. There are insufficient skill resources within component project to complete both the change requests and milestone tasks. What should the program manager do next to address this risk? Mandate that no component project change request will be processed until overdue milestones have been completed and update the risk register to reflect this. He cannot take a decision, so this
Yes.
was eliminated. Prioritize which change requests are critical to the project based on impact analysis. Resource only critical change requests will request until overdue milestones are achieved and update the risk register. Prioritize which resources are critical to the project based on impact analysis of the critical change requests and update the program roadmap. Add the lack of skilled resources to facilitate the large number of CRs to the issue log.
So for
Okay, I was
one,
confused between
you are
option B and C.
B and C. Why C? Because and here immediately updated the roadmap. You will only update the roadmap once you actually change the delivery of the milestones.
Yes, you're right.
So on one side, you are saying that I am prioritizing the resources which are critical based on impact analysis. Resource only critical change requests until overdue milestones are achieved and update the risk register. Unless your milestone will not be slipped, you don't need to update the roadmap.
Okay.
The roadmap is only telling you the delivery of the components, the key milestones. Yes, you have identified there's a potential risk in that. Accordingly, you will first step is to respond to the risk. Okay, prioritize the risk. I do like this is this. So the major activities are done. Like we apply the Pareto rule, 80-20 rule. Try to fix to your milestones and try to deliver that. And if only it will not be able to deliver, then your roadmap will be updated. So as long as your milestones are not skipped, not achieved that moment, you don't need to update the roadmap.
Okay.
Clear?
Understood. Yes, sir, clear.
Updating the roadmap is like you already made the decision that it's already slipped. It's still a risk.
Okay. The next one is uh, during a program definition phase, it is determined that the best approach for delivering the program's intended benefit is to supplement corporate resources within the procurement of specific products and services from external suppliers. The program manager should use which of the following to determine the results of the program procurement planning activity: make or buy decisions, alternate analysis, approach to competition, and best mix of contract types, RFPs, proposal evaluation criteria, contract management, and best mix of contract types, make or buy decisions, proposal evaluation criteria, contract management, and RFQs, RFPs and alternate analysis, approach to competition, and request for quotes. So I when I read this question, I understood that it is already determined that the best approach is to supplement, to bring in some person from outside also. Okay, so to get the resource, so make or buy is already done decision.
Hmm.
That's why I eliminated option B, A, and C. So I was thinking about option C, B, and D. Contract my best business contract,
B or
and
D?
B or D. I was thinking between option B and D. But over here, the right answer is make or buy decision, alternative analysis approach to competition, and best mix of contract types.
Actually, what why he has selected A is that he has given the definition how you will select the program. He has not considered the thing that you said, that it's already decided that they will procure from external sources. Okay, so
Oh,
this is ambiguous question, nothing to worry about. But actually, what he
okay.
has focused on the answer is that the program manager should use which of the following to determine and document the results of the program procurement planning activity. In the
Planning activity.
in the program planning activity, when you are planning something, you are doing the make or buy analysis, alternative analysis, approach to competition, and best mix of counter types. You are still in the program planning phase. What I can do it.
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
The right question. Yes, I did not read the last part. Results of program procurement planning activity.
So
Okay.
directly he's asking that what is the output of the program planning activity. So in that case,
Yes.
RFPs was in the program planning, the next program execution, in the program delivery phase. We had this
Yes.
RFP,
Delivery
RFQ,
phase. They were in the delivery
delivery
phase.
phase.
Yes. Yes.
So read the last line first. Is also applicable. The key crux what he's asking within the last question. In the last line, first lines will be the story. They will give you some key hints.
Yes.
But if you are getting confused in such type of long questions, just try what he's asking in the last line. That will give you the direct question what he's actually asking. So in this,
Okay.
he's actually asking what is the output of the program planning activity. In short.
Okay. Understood, sir. Uh, the next one is in a program's definition phase, a program manager in country A is assigned to expand a restaurant into country B. The program manager creates a program team by identifying the required project management resources. Which of the following represents an initial step needed to evaluate available resources that are aligned with the program's need? Which of the following represents an initial step needed to evaluate available resources that are aligned with program need? Obtaining resource availability information from functional managers, completing an assessment of skill and competencies, identifying program resource requirements, creating a program resource management plan. Okay, because so I when I read this, I
Hmm.
said which of the following represents available resources that are aligned with program needs.
Hmm.
So सबसे पहले we need to find out what are the program needs. That's why I said identifying program resource requirements should be selected. But
Okay.
over here, the right
No,
answer is
no,
completing an assessment of skill and competency.
go up. Here the key word is that which of the following represents an initial step needed to evaluate available resources that are aligned with the program needs. What will be the first step? How you will check the alignment with the resources and the program needs? Means you have to make a
Yes.
map. What is the program need? What is my resources? So in that case, identify program resource requirements will not help, because he's already, you program needs to already know here.
Yeah.
You already know this is my program need, this is my resource. Only you have to map it. You have to see, okay, whether this is mapping this or not. So in this case, it's simple, completing an assessment of skills and competencies. I know what is my program requirement. Program requirement needs a program, and a program need a resource which is PMP and RMP satisfied. This is the program need. Then you have the resources, and you will see assessment of skills and competency, whether he has the required competencies and skill to fulfill that role or not. Where you will go to
Oh,
identify the program resource requirements, because your program
okay.
resource needs are already there.
Okay. Okay.
And
Understood.
first step is to identify, okay, based on the skills I need a PMP and RMP certified person. Then the next step could be to create a resource management plan, how we will manage these resources. And subsequently we will see whether, okay, I filter it out in my organization, there are only 2 people who have these competencies and skills. And then later on, surely I will check for the availability from the functional manager whether I can get this resource or not. But this will not be the initial step. Initial step is always to identify and complete the assessment of skills and competencies.
Oh.
Do you got it?
Yes, got it.
Good.
Okay. One of the constituent project manager asks a new program manager to obtain approval for an additional key project requirement. A tolerance range is set. If the tolerance range is too narrow on a program, what effect will multiple minor change requests have on the program? Okay, there were two questions about tolerance range in the and I was not clear about the tolerance range. What does tolerance range mean?
It
Can
is
you please help
coming
me?
like tolerance means like a risk appetite or risk threshold. That
Oh, okay, okay.
this is my working boundary. Out of
Yes.
this, I'm not allowed to continue. This is the tolerance
Okay.
range or this is acceptable limit, for example. So
Okay.
if I say that you can, for example, you have an exam and I say your passing marks is between 75, between 85 to 95. What will happen? Or on the other side, I say your passing marks is from 65 to 85. What will happen? When the range is narrow, there will be a less person who will pass the exam. Means there
Yes.
will be slowdown of the progress of my program because I have a very narrow range to operate in. But if I have a broader range, a lot of program, whatever be the changing affected that, I still have the boundary to pass the exam, right? So this is the
Yes.
tolerance range. It said if
Okay.
the tolerance range is too narrow on a program, what effect will multiple minor changes have on the program? Whenever I will have a minor change, it will go out of the range. I will go out of the
Yes.
range. It will go not an acceptable limit. Reduction in program risk is not possible. More shatter range have higher risk because whenever
Understood.
it will go, it will be higher. A is eliminated. Degradation of program communications. Communication nothing to do
Doesn't
with this.
happen. Yes.
Slow down in
Slow down
program
in
implementation.
program.
Yes, because every time
Yes.
you will be asked to stop the program. Reduction in
Yes.
program quality is also no effect because when it's range over so A, B, D, A is opposite, it will be increase in the program risk and B and D are made up terms. So in that case, you will
Oof.
slow down your progress because your operating range is very less. Same is with
Okay.
our case. Whenever I'm running a unit in the frequency conditions of the grid, if the frequency range is shorter, the unit is in high range to get tripped. Whenever the frequency gets trips, it's slowing down the progress of my unit running. When I increase the frequency range, it's more in the thing every unit is running properly.
Okay. Understood. Okay. A software development program for a multinational organization requires the engagement of subcontractors. During the program planning phase, the contract manager informs the program manager that preliminary subcontractors agreement includes incentives that would potentially conflict with the program objectives. What should the program do first? What should the program manager do first?
Hmm.
Review program charter and update program objectives, ask PMO to conduct a risk assessment, draft a CR to approve by program steering committee, review contract and create a program budget contingency. Okay. Over here, there is a program and we select a subcontractor to do the program. So because the contractors KPIs are in conflict with the program, why are we going to change the program scope, or why should we change the program objectives? I mean, this was my confusion. The right answer is review the program charter and update program objectives accordingly. I mean, the program should be at the higher and there is a contractor who needs to fulfill the objectives. For the contractor, why are we changing the objectives?
No, you are right. What should program the review the program charter and update the program objectives. We cannot change the program objectives. If it is not aligned with the organizational objectives, then only we can
Yes.
affect our program. Ask the PMO to conduct risk assessment. This will not help. Draft a change request for approval by the program steering committee. Review the contracts and create program budget contingency. Budget contingency is not relevant because if it is out of the program objectives, it is not aligned with the strategic vision and value delivery. Remember,
Yes.
whenever we have to deliver something, it has to be aligned with the strategic vision and the program delivery. So B and D are gone. Okay, B and D are gone. It can only be A or C. Draft a change request for approval by the program steering committee. I will look into that again, but it should be C.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
What you thought? What you thought?
So I was also coming towards C and D also, because I was trying to eliminate options. Program budget contingency, I did not think about the way you explained it, but you're right. You're
We have
right.
to we
Budget
have to
contingency, yes, is only for risks, and
yes,
this is not a risk. This is a clear cut. Clear cut. This is an issue. Actually, this is
yes,
an issue.
this is
For
an
issues,
issue.
we do not have contingency. You're right. So option C looks better.
So I will go for C in this case. This is
Okay,
a
sir.
type of mistake.
Thank you, sir.
What is the question? Okay, later on, please send me this question number. Okay,
Okay, sir. I will.
later. Okay, next.
And the next one is a large infrastructure development program involves 3 road construction projects, 2 sewerage lines, and 1 project to lay underground cables. During program meeting, the project manager of a road construction project communicates that project risk related to interdependency with the sewerage line project has crossed its threshold. What should the program manager do next? Incorporate the project risk into program risk response strategy. Ask the road construction project manager to manage the risk at the project level. He cannot, because option number B is rejected because he's already saying his threshold is achieved.
Yes.
Modify the program schedule to accommodate the risk. Instruct the project manager to escalate the risk to the program sponsor. Okay, this one I eliminated all 3 and chose option number 4, but the right answer is option number 1. Incorporate the program project risk into program. This I could not understand, because
Okay.
the project manager is already saying that this is above his threshold, and this
Yes.
is a component. Why would he? I mean, I was not clear how the program risk response strategy would jump in over here, because project risk is already higher.
Okay. Okay. You gave the answer in your own question. This is a project risk. Project risk will
Yes.
be escalated to program level, right?
Yes, it will be. Yes.
So what is the answer? Incorporate the project risk into the program risk response strategy. This is correct. Project,
Okay.
you have a program. The project is here. Yes, project cannot be managed at the project level. So for this project,
Yes.
the next level is escalated to go to the program level.
Yes.
So if
You're right.
program cannot manage, then it will go out of the portfolio level. But this is clear cut option. The problem is at the project level, project manager cannot handle it. And secondly, this project risk is also affecting your other project, and you are operating in
Yes.
a program mode. So it means that they are interdependent with each other. This project A will affect project number B, and ultimately this project cannot transfer the risk to project B. Okay, so it has to escalate to the program level, and the program manager will communicate to the project B.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Thank you, sir.
There will be
Yes.
4 to 5 questions which will be getting wrong because of the blink of the eye between project and the program. So be careful whenever
Yes.
whenever in the PgMP exam you get the project word, read it 2 times.
Yes. Project
Okay.
and component. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then we have, if the tolerant, again, this is the second one related to tolerance. If the tolerant range is too narrow on a program, what effect will multiple minor changes have on the program? Accelerate the program, slow down the execution, conflict among project managers, governance issues, and research. Option number B should be the
Yes,
right
slow
answer.
down. What is the answer?
Yes.
Okay.
How the program manager,
No, no,
sorry,
I think you missed it. It will be B.
it will
Because
be
now
B.
when
Yes,
your
it will
operating
should be.
range is small, it will slow down your progress.
Yes, yes. Well, actually, first I did not understand the
Okay.
tolerance. Now I'm okay.
Clear.
The last one is, which of the following bets describes program information management? Uh, Activities for timely and appropriate generation, collection, distribution, storage, retrieval, and ultimate disposition of program information assets. How the program information will be prepared, collected, and organized and secured. How program information assets will be prepared, collected, organized, and secured. Activities for the timely and appropriate generation, collection, distribution, storage, retrieval, and ultimate disposition of program information. I chose option number D because I was not thinking about information assets. I was not clear what information assets are. So I thought information जो है इसको store, retrieve or generate करने को is program information management.
Okay, this is a very specific definition, a very confusing question. Here
Okay.
in option number B and C, it is how the program's information will be prepared, collected, organized, and secured. How the program information assets will be prepared, collected, organized, and secured. So we will see question number page number 116. but this is a very specific question. So if you just keep in mind, whenever he's talking about program information management, information assets are to be taken, not only information. That's the only thing you can remember. Information assets can be will be prepared, collected, and good, and not the information itself. Because A and D are same. They have program information assets and program information, and activities are not correct because I will eliminate A and D because of the activities word. I don't know what is inside. Which of the following best describe program information management? So you are actually manage when you make a program, you are in the execution phase, in the delivery phase, right?
Yes.
We have program information assessment, program information management plan, program information planning, program information management, and information transition and disposition, right? This was the 4 stages. So which of the following best describe program information management? It means I have to look for the activity which is going on in the program delivery phase. Okay, this is the first step. The program information management plan is a component of the program management plan that describes how the program information assets will be collected, organized. It is often composed of information policies. So actually, this is a question from the delivery phase. He has tried to merge it with the planning phase. Okay, if he would say which of the following best describes program information management plan, then I will agree with this statement here. But he is actually talking about program information management in the program delivery phase. There, what we are doing?
Is in the delivery phase.
What we are doing there?
I've actually opened the table. Program information management is in the delivery phase. Yes.
Yes, and what we are doing there?
Delivery के ये program. I will tell you. Information update to program information repository, input to program information and program reporting, lesson learned database.
Information repository is actually meaning assets. So the word of repository is equivalent to assets. What is a repository? Is a database, and assets is the same like a database. So from that thing you have to remember, it's talking about program information management, means I am in the program delivery phase. Look for the output. So in that case, you will get the correct option of assets.
Noted, sir. Noted.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Next.
So that's it.
No, it was very good. You highlighted very good questions. It is very helpful to discuss and estimate and understand how the question has to be read and how the answer has to be given. So I think this will cover your chapter number 8 very well, and it's very easy, very clear now. So the way forward is that please do the start with the mocks, mock number 1, then finish the green highlighted questions, and then once it is done, we will have a master call, a master class, and then we go to the final mocks. And anytime if you have any question, you can send me the message anytime. Okay.
Okay, sir. Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.